The Breeze Blows Pinellia scored 8.4 on Douban, and Zhao Liying at long last turned into the huge champion who conquered all snags. On the off chance that the subject of an A+ business venture is sufficient to invigorate the crowd, then the expansion of 85 Bloom Zhao Liying will make the scene considerably really energizing. As of late, The Breeze Blows Pinellia featuring Zhao Liying circulated on IKI for 7 days, and its ubiquity immediately moved to the primary spot. Just today, The Breeze Blows Pinellia scored 8.4 on Douban, accomplishing both prevalence and verbal. The Breeze Blows Pinellia centers around the confidential endeavors in the beginning phase of change and opening up. The champion Su Bangsha has steadily battled from a little manager offering scraps to a forerunner in the steel business. Perseverance, boldness, minds, vision, and warmth are fundamental. Before the 12th episode, Su Bangsha's group was dealing with restless issues consistently. The cheerful way of talking represented a little part, and the humiliation of defeating all hardships to find business open doors and getting cash wherever represented the larger part. One might say that it is extremely practical. After 12 episodes, Su Bangsha's steel plant is at long last doing great, and what he faces is a clash of brains with old accomplices and opening up new domains. This time, Chief Fu Donggayu, who was great at shooting criminal examination dramatizations previously, met no resurrection by the well-known pragmatist author Annie, and the crash delivered an unprecedented flash. Moreover, individuals are really focusing on Zhao Liying's change execution in the acting job of 85 Blossoms. The Breeze knows the strength of the grass, and the shopping centers are evolving quickly. Recently, the piece-steel young lady who was scrambling to convey packs for her senior sibling has turned into the main figure in the steel business today. Such a range is without a doubt an enormous test for the strength of the plot and the acting abilities of the entertainers. Moreover, the male and female heroes in well-known shows are as yet running in the two bearings, and the male and female heroes in The Breeze Blows Pinellia have accomplished two-way success. When traffic-type entertainers rush to practical innovative subjects, what number of flashes might they at any point slam into one another? The force of enterprising dramatizations can be viewed as in The Breeze Blows Pinellia. Watching Annie's theatrics requires areas of strength for A. If the class examination in Tribute to Happiness and The First Family and Everything is Great are simply tidbits, then Daiji and Day, which portrays the rush of change of state-possessed endeavors, is equivalent to the first popular. You can realize how energizing The Breeze Blows Pinellia is a hard dish in pioneering shows. The courageous woman Su Bangsha's frightening bit by bit while beginning a business, the high points and low points are suggestive of the difficulties of Mr. Zaya Abeo driving the residents to get wealthy and Daiji and Day. Full stop. Annie's books are described by close consideration regarding the times, economy and society. A few dim, savage and bare social standards of light and shade are frequently uncovered pointedly. Seek predominance, don't contend with fools. In No Resurrection, Su Bangsha recounts the tale of a sister helping conventional individuals to keep up with self-development, however the pious devotee was killed by a thunderclap. During the 1990s, while the trying was intense and the meek was starving, Su Bangsha was most certainly the previous. In the first book, Suyoran, Su Bangsha's dad, named his girl Bangsha after his mom passed on from dystocia when Su Bangsha was conceived. From gathering scrap iron to opening a manufacturing plant, Su Bangsha, who began foolishly, needs to manage the many-sided social relations of state-possessed ventures, confidential endeavors, unfamiliar supported undertakings, lawful circles and even hidden world powers. It is difficult for ladies to begin without any preparation, however Su Bangsha is more valiant. She decided to get the means to begin a business during the rising phase of the steel business. She regarded the standard of go up in the event that you have the circumstances, and go up in the event that you don't have the circumstances. Its amazing tone should be visible. The launch of the series rapidly tells about the absence of Su Bangsha's local family and the wreck of her wedded life. Indeed, even her accomplice has recently emerged from jail, however Su Bangsha never sells wretchedly. She has fostered a clever and temperamental character, and the disposition of a female business visionary is by all accounts brought into the world with her. Despite the fact that he was outlined to spend New Year's Eve in the detainment place, he might in any case eat and rest, and was commended by jail watches as an extraordinary and individual things. As of now, the most brilliant scene in the play is Su Bangsha who traveled to another country to carry on with work and was cheated of cash. By some coincidence, she purchased an enormous number of significant high-grade steel. Confronting the obscure dangers and known hardships abroad, a gathering of seniors who have worked in the steel business for a long time promptly got back to China. Just Su Bangsha demanded remaining in Russia to trust that the police will address the case, and afterward follow the liar who played the little girl of the steel production line. In the dark ocean, it was freezing cold, and when I was disconnected and vulnerable, I asked Mr. Zhao, who was hopeful, for cash to purchase steel. Subangsha just said, Mr. Zhao, you are curious about me, but rather we are exceptionally acquainted with cash. It's beyond difficult to turn over when things turn out badly, and Subangsha can likewise announce this matter is finished during supper before everybody, which additionally features his resilience and boldness that are superior to men. The series utilizes the speedy and energetic exemplary melodies of the 90s to feature the picture of a resilient lady who battles in the steel business and grabs food from a gathering of wolves, tigers and panthers. When tunes, for example, About Winter, Dream and Half Alert, and Extraordinary China emerge, the crowd can in a split second feel the fervor of the confidential business visionaries of that period who are in accordance with the times and have trust in their souls. Primitive development pioneering gathering representation. There is an uplifting saying that when an individual obviously understands what he needs to do, the entire world will clear a path for him. The motivation and energy of pioneering dramatizations come from this. The vast majority of the past innovative shows were men with more than one associate behind them to help. As of late, it has become increasingly more well known for the courageous woman to match the male gathering representation. Sea Ocean is an ordinary model, and presently the new age of enterprising show Courageous Women is taken over by Zhao Liying. Subangsha has two accomplices who began a business together in the play. The main scene of The Breeze Blows Pinellia is Subangsha getting Tong Xiaoqi, played by Huo Hao, who has quite recently been set free from jail, and tidying up for him, Chen Yuiu, played by Wang Changchen, turned out to be truly sick in a newer episode. To fulfill him, Subangsha employed a young lady Chen Yuiu who jumped at the chance to profess to be his sweetheart. Finance managers are basic and impolite, however successful. The few collaborations between Subangsha and these two right-hand colleagues likewise completely reflect Subangsha's temperature as a normally unequivocal financial specialist. The kinship between different sides is a crucial seasoning specialist in the quick and brave pioneering plot. The Breeze Blows Pinellia portrays the representations of different business bunches and state-possessed, unfamiliar and privately owned businesses. Behind Subangsha, other than confidants who can forfeit their lives at crucial points in time, there are additionally Zhao Lei, played by Li Guangji, who upheld her no matter what, Subangsha's great sibling, Feng Yu, played by Ren Zhong, the proprietor of the steel factory, and Wu Jianch, the business veteran who carried Subangsha into the business in the good old days, played by Liu Wei. Wu Jianch has seen Subangsha change from frail to solid as far as possible, and the helpful connection between the two is additionally evolving quickly. The subsequent connection between the two is additionally the most expected part as of now. A super enterprising show doesn't have to have blameless people. The Breeze Blows Pinellia is brimming with wildness, which is the reason it is so entrancing. In this play, Wang Jinsong seldom sheds his rich air, and strikingly deciphers the egotistical detachment of Su Yoren, the low-level sleazeball father. During the most troublesome period when Subangsha's property was sold, Su Yoren came to the building site and constrained his girl to sign the property return contract, which made individuals it is easy to envision that this sort of family in a roundabout way prompts Subangsha's solid and definitive character foundation. What's more, the clasps of a few showdowns between Subangsha and the old fox Qiu Bizheng, played by Fang Jiai, who are great at hypothesis, have raced to the hot quests ordinarily, and the triumphant route have been split between one assault and one safeguard. Somewhat, Subangsha and Qiu are two totally various kinds of individuals. Subangsha involves favors as a springboard and afterward shows what him can do with strength, while Qiu is attempting to control favors to accomplish his desires, so the iron-fisted Subangsha as he didn't follow Qiu Bizheng's stunts by any means, and joyfully utilized his own particular manner to treat his own body. There is likewise a couple of mother and girl with sweltering characters in the play, Gao Yujin, played by Kei Lan, and Wild Mao, played by Sun Jin, the leader of the state-possessed steel industry, additionally in a roundabout way offer help to Subangsha. It can't comprise a total guide of the waterfront steel industry during the 1990s. Subangsha, Zhao Liying's enormous step towards strength. It is no distortion to say that acting in the content of Anne is a renewed encounter for an entertainer. Yao Chen, who watched Everything is Great, Liu Tao in Tribute to Satisfaction, and Tong Yao and Deji Yangde can all vibe it. While the courageous women in pioneering dramatizations play a weighty part in the job, they likewise need to manage extremely muddled and precarious scenes, which causes them to have their own radiance buff, and they have forever been the top picks to win grants. Hence, contrasted with knowing whether it ought to be green, fat, red and meager and satisfaction to 10,000s, the job of Subangsha requires Zhao Liying to play with 120,000 places of energy. Contrasted in entertainers in a similar field, Zhao Liying, who has a few famous dramatizations of various classifications, has previously accomplished extraordinary energy, and it very well may be seen that she has placed a ton of thought into picking shows and getting a handle on jobs. Be that as it may, her body likewise mirrors the inconsistency between 85 Bloom's status and acting abilities. From one viewpoint, the first crowd's excellence prerequisites for traffic blossoms, including figure, face shape, eyes, skin condition, and so on, and then again, 85 blossoms are earnestly required. The new crowd created by strength frequently decides life and passing initially regardless of whether an entertainer is reasonable. Regardless of what the decision is, it implies that the other party's market might be lost. There is a wall between sensible topics and heartfelt fantasy dramatizations. It is difficult for the simple Zhao to get through the boundary of practical. I'll need an entertainer with enough quality to help Subangsha, who can endure the nets laid by the blended business old wastes. It's anything but an embellishment to depict it as prevailing. As far as appearance, Subangsha depicted in the first book is tall, fat and white, and one individual can possess the places of two individuals. In the event that this picture is put on a female business person who overcomes the world, the effect and feeling of picture will be more grounded. In spite of the fact that Zhao Liying is a piece rounder in this show, her dainty appearance actually neglects to draw nearer to the chubby man in the show, and her general air is insufficient. Likewise, Zhao Liying's eye show additionally should be improved, which is explicitly reflected in the relational angle. In the initial 2 episodes, Subangsha, who was endlessly complimenting, was disappointing as the forlorn fighter Subangsha who was battling with the challenges of the organization's activities, and it was inside the reach that Zhao Liying had some control over. While battling with a gathering of old foxes, Zhao Liying's eyes showed a feeling of bewilderment, and she could dubiously see the shadow of her unadulterated white bloom before, and she generally had a feeling of partition from the characters, which she likewise had in Who is the Killer question. Contrasted in Yang Tao and Chicken Plume traveling to the sky and Zhang Wenli and the Little Lady under the Zhengaian door, which are both enterprising shows, Yao Chen and Everything is Great and Optimal City who additionally manage Men Contrasted and Sun Li, Zhao Liying is clearly not happy enough. Likewise, the content has changed the part portraying the first sin of business visionaries in the first work, which additionally makes Zhao Liying fairly weak in communicating Subangsha's struggles and savage battles among soul and capital, ethical quality and interests. By and large, The Wind Blows Pinellia has a few defects in the general cadence, execution of the entertainers, and dispersion of essential and optional plots, yet it actually can't disguise that it has been a pioneer among enterprising dramatizations in the beyond 2 years, and it is a young lady with flesh on the screen. The expert picture again gives the layout.